Hey gang, it's Will from Tested. I am in Seattle and I'm getting ready to go see someplace really cool. This is ChefSteps. They're gonna give us the tour and then we're gonna learn how to cook some stuff. We'll be doing ChefSteps all week. Come on. I'm here with Grant Crilly, who's one of the co-founders of ChefSteps. You guys are doing some amazing stuff with food up here. And I'd love to just find out, what it is you guys are doing.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming. Let's check out the kitchen and we'll get cooking.
Okay. Pretty normal looking office space.
Right.
Pretty normal looking commercial kitchen space.
Yep.
What exactly is going on here?
ChefSteps.com is a site that tries to shed light on the hows and whys of cooking. There's a lot of sites out there that kind of provide recipes and that sort of thing, but what we really try to do is try to empower people through the knowledge and understanding of the basic principles of what's really happening, so you can watch through really beautiful visuals and really get an understanding of the processes and phenomena that are taking place in the kitchen.
There's a cooking school component as well, right?
Yes. So there's most of the content we create is free. Lots of beautiful videos all over the internet. Most of them are at ChefSteps.com. We do have some paid classes as well that get real deep into lots of subjects like coffee and espresso, sous vide, pressure cookers, siphons, that sort of stuff.
So if you want to go deeper, if you want to figure out what it's about, you can watch the free video, and then if you decide you want to go deeper, that's an option.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Very cool. Can we take a look around and see what else is going on?
Yeah.
Okay, there's work happening here.
Yes. Ben is in the middle of just taking out a batch of strawberries from our centrifuge.
Oh, cool.
We do have some different tools that we don't expect people to have at home. That's okay. It helps us actually dig deep and understand a subject, and then we try to find scalable ways where people can get some of those results at home. What we do here is we use a centrifuge to make really amazing strawberry juice.
Okay.
So you just blend up strawberries, and you can use frozen ones are actually better for the most part because they just come off the vine really ripe. They go into a freezer bag, and you can get them at any grocery store. Mm-hmm. We really like having nice, gorgeous, bright flavors and preserving the integrity of a lot of ingredients. It's one of the things we love a centrifuge for. And it's a really fast way to get a crystal clear strawberry juice.
I mean, I've never seen strawberry juice like this before.
Right. Normally you see strawberry puree or sorbet or something thick and viscous. But one of the things we can do with this, if you don't have a centrifuge that we think is really great, is you just take strawberries, you puree them, you add something that's called Pectinex, which again you can get on Amazon. It's just this little liquid that breaks down pectins. So you add pectin to make a jam nice and jelly and thick. You add Pectinex to break down some of those pectins that hold on to juices, so you get a real thin broth. So even without a centrifuge, you can get this. Your yield will be a little bit lower, it'll take a little bit longer, but you can blend, say, the strawberry puree with Pectinex, let it sit in the fridge over a strainer, and you get beautiful strawberry juice.
Very cool. And then you can use that for all sorts of like salad dressings.
Yeah, we use it for salad dressings. We actually carbonate it and make sodas out of it, so beautiful, fresh, bright, orange soda, strawberry soda, that sort of thing. It's really amazing what you can do with it. We also use it for broths, for a gazpacho. We make it savory. We add balsamic or vinegar to it, and you serve it with cucumber and that sort of stuff, and you can actually make a really gorgeous soup out of it. One of my favorite things to do with this, though, is throw it in one of those whipped cream siphons, put a couple CO2 charges in, shake it, pour it out, and you have an amazing fizzy strawberry soda.
Oh, really? Oh,
so good.
Better than a soda stream.
Oh, God, it's so good.
That just looks like summertime to me.
So
a little
good.
basil leaf in there, and
Should we try it?
cheers.
So fresh strawberry soda.
Strawberry soda, straight from the strawberry centrifuge.
Straight, yeah. Smell that.
Oh man,
Isn't that insane?
It smells like strawberry plants do in the field.
Ooh, good one, Ben. Nice and light, very refreshing.
Boy, that is really good.
So this is called a conch, and what it is really crude and really basic. There's a big, heavy granite plate on the bottom and two big granite wheels. So you would throw chocolate beans, cocoa beans or cocoa nibs, sugar, vanilla, lecithin. You throw it in here and you grind it for a day, sometimes a 2, sometimes a half a day, depending on how fine and chalky or sticky you want your chocolate to be or how smooth you want it to be. And out comes a beautiful chocolate paste. From there you temper it, turn it into a chocolate bar. We took the exact same process and we did it with coffee beans.
Oh wow.
So we're really coffee obsessed here in Seattle, and especially at ChefSteps, and we just use coffee for all sorts of stuff. We use sous vide and add butter and make a really gorgeous coffee butter. We put it in cocktails. In this case, we thought, chocolate came from being used like coffee. Nowadays, coffee is used how chocolate used to be used in the sense that it's brewed. The beans are remarkably similar in a lot of the properties. So what we decided to do is throw it in a conch, as you would chocolate, add sugar, vanilla, soy lecithin, and out comes this really amazing coffee puree. Can't call it chocolate, it's not chocolate, but it's remarkably similar. And the flavor's just really amazing. It's as good as the quality of the bean you'll have, just like chocolate. But you can go ahead and give it a try. You can see how just beautiful it is. Just looks like beautiful chocolate.
I mean, it's indistinguishable from like a bittersweet looking chocolate.
Yep.
It even smells a little bit the same.
Yeah. It's crazy. If you give it to people and tell them what it is, they're like, wow, what is this chocolate? What kind of flavor is this chocolate?
That's amazing. So there's a little bit of a powdery component. I guess this is, we're getting in the middle of the process.
Yep.
But it's sweet. I would think that this is a very rich, lightly sweetened chocolate.
Yep.
If you handed it to me and tell me it was coffee. That's incredible.
Yeah, and from here we can treat it just like chocolate. So we can make little bars, little candies. You can steam it or froth it or shake it and make not hot chocolate, but like this hot coffee thing that's frothy and rich and really delicious. This is a new way to think about coffee.
Nobody's ever made hot coffee before.
I don't think so. Let's show you some other things.
Yeah. Okay, so Grant, it looks like you went crazy at the chemical supply place.
Citric acid, as the name's from citrus. Malic acid comes from stone fruits, apples and plums and that sort of thing. Scorpic acid come from vinegar. There's lactic acid from milk, and it actually does have a little dairy flavor to it. And surprisingly these days, they're all very, they're available. They're pretty damn affordable. Amazon.com has all that stuff. And we just use these technical ingredients as a means to kind of make the sandbox we're playing in a little bit bigger. It's a little more fun.
Okay.
Lots of different, we love our bitters, love Angostura. We cook with Angostura, we put it in lots of desserts. I just love that stuff. Fish sauce, olive oils, all sorts of random stuff. Tons of really great vinegars. We're kind of vinegar obsessed. We make a lot of our own vinegars too. We were making soda vinegars for a while. We've got really great spice merchants around here. Lots of different salts. But I found through our content that's actually experienced all over the world these days, one of the things that's really great is people who thought previously they weren't interested in food or cooking, they'll see something that's just a little bit different. They're like, whoa, that's their conversion point. And now, like, I didn't know I like cooking this much.
Right.
So from there, they can actually, it's really interesting because people used to start from the basic stuff and get more advanced. But nowadays, I'm seeing a lot of evidence where people are seeing something that catches their eye that's totally different, and then they start cooking more. And at the end of the day, we just want people cooking more and having a better time in the kitchen.
I mean, cooking is a core skill. Everybody should know how to cook.
Yep. We're getting into the guts of the place now.
Okay. Well, good lounge area.
Yeah, it's important.
The mid-century modern couch is a very important part of every office.
Yeah. Dish pits over there, got storage. Of course, we have the bandsaw. You have to have the bandsaw.
Everybody has a bandsaw. I assume that's for woodworking, or you guys cut meat with
punishing interns and that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got some amazing developers and engineers here working at ChefSteps. These are some of them right here. This is the office kitchen and bar of ChefSteps.
Okay.
Coffee obsessed. I think everybody's on a minimum quota of probably 2 or 3 a day. And then you finish the day with a good cocktail.
Okay, so since we were here last, it looks like somebody's come through and set up a bunch of stuff here.
Yeah, we want to show you one more thing.
Okay, I love seeing one more thing.
Cold brew. We love cold brew, but it takes a day, sometimes 2 to make.
18 to 24 hours minimum.
Yeah, so we like to try to hack around some of those things. So we have a version that we make. It's really fast, like an hour, maybe 2 hours, depending on how rich you want it and how bold you want the flavors to be.
Wow.
A little lighter on the caffeine because it's so quick to make, which I think is good for a lot of the cases. So we end up with a nice, strong, crystal clear cold brew within an hour or so. Then we shake it up in a cocktail we call Churchill's Breakfast. It's really good.
I like where this is going. This is like, I see bourbon, I see bitters, I see coffee.
Yep.
I think that's maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
This is like, and fire. These are 4 or 5 of my favorite things. Let's do this.
All right, so we're gonna grind coffee first, so you can dump it in there and just turn it on. We should be plugged in.
We have power.
Yep.
Ready to grind. I'm just on a medium grind, it looks like.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
So,
It's just like at home. Good?
we'll call it good.
Okay.
So, for our cold brew, we take about 1 part coffee
By mass?
by mass.
Okay.
We tend to do everything by mass at ChefSteps. So say it's 100 grams of coffee.
We're winging it here.
We're winging it. Yep. 100 grams of that. About 400 grams water. So 4 parts water.
So half a liter.
Yep,
Less.
about, yeah. From there, this is the fast part.
So this is a siphon filter.
Yep, whipping siphon.
You guys use these to do all sorts of stuff. But traditionally, you would have used it to make whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
That you make yourself. It's basically a ready whipped can that you can fill with whatever you want.
Yeah, they created them just to make whipped cream real fast. In the recent years, we've been using them for all sorts of stuff. Yep.
So it applies, you just loaded a nitrogen cartridge or carbon dioxide?
Nitrogen for this one.
Okay.
So a little nitrogen charge. All you do for this, charge it. It's full of pressure.
Okay.
Give it a little swirl to make sure the grounds are all wet.
Mm-hmm.
Pop it in the fridge, or you could leave it out on the counter for about an hour or so.
Okay.
From
Which
there,
is way better than the normal 24 hours it takes to do this.
Yes, I think so. And you still have those beautiful, really just subtle, creamy flavors you get of cold brew, not a lot of acidity and bitterness. Gotta release the pressure now that it's brewed. I could squirt it out, but there's a little coffee ground, so it's probably gonna get stuck in the valve.
Yeah.
Get rid of the pressure here.
The only rule I have with the Siphon is you don't want to have to take it apart to clean the valve.
Yeah.
It's always a mistake.
The nicer ones are a little easier, but it's just a pain. Yeah, you shouldn't really have to.
Okay.
Don't make yourself go through that work. So, right over paper filter, any other thing you want to do to filter it. This step is just as basic as any other filtering. And this is going to hang out a few minutes,
Okay.
and you're going to have beautiful cold brew.
And there's a smell that you get out of this that you don't get when you buy the stuff at the store as well.
Right.
You know, it has a little bit more of a kind of, like it smells, if anything, it smells like a more intense coffee flavor.
Yeah.
You know, once that sits for 2 hours, the stuff starts to break down. I'm really interested in this 1 hour.
Yeah, it's
method.
delicious. It's really delicious. So, in order to make this cocktail, it's really straightforward. I'm going to start with a little bit of ice because it's going to dilute it. So, a couple ounces of crushed ice.
Okay.
Yeah. Maple syrup, half ounce of maple syrup, a little heavier one.
Okay.
A little bit sweeter.
It's dark, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dark B grade. I always use B grade maple syrup. I want a maple flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, rich maple flavor. A little bit of cinnamon. We're not going to grate it. We're going to blowtorch it and get some smoke into it.
Okay.
Whiskey. 3 of those.
Okay.
'Cause we're making a double, so an ounce and a half each.
Seems like a responsible amount of beverage.
Right.
A little
Couple of
splashes.
these. Yeah, a little bit extra. I like that stuff.
I mean, I like a little bitters, so.
Coffee, the cold brew, you can dilute it as much as you want. Right now it's pretty strong.
You put like a 1-to-1 water ratio in there?
Well, when you
before, it seems
dilute
like?
it, if you just want to sip on it, you're actually going to dilute it probably 3 to 1.
And do you do that with ice and milk, or do you just do the straight up coffee?
If I'm going to do like ice and milk, I'd probably keep it just as strong.
Okay.
It's almost like 2 ounces of the cold brew, a couple few ounces of milk, and then the ice because it'll start to melt out a little bit.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go from there. This is strong stuff. Do a little bit. So about 2 ounces of the cold brew. Get rid of this stuff. We're going to give it a nice shake.
Okay.
Get 2 glasses. Take our cinnamon sticks. Really torch
wow.
them good.
Getting them black and red
Yep.
and glowy over
Yep.
here. Oh, and it opens up.
Yep. Just gonna let that hang out for a second.
Oh man,
Yeah, it's great.
that smells good. And you're just using a normal plumber's blowtorch.
Plumber's blowtorch.
Yes. I mean, or chef's blowtorch, I guess. If you want to be technical.
Okay, so for this guy, I don't have a lot of hard ice in there, so just shake, 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 shake. We
Wow.
just want a little bit of texture, just so we have some nice froth to it.
The smoke's just hanging out in those glasses. That's
Yep.
That's very cool.
Actually, don't even need to strain it because all of our ice is nice and melted. Really good stuff. One of my favorite cocktails that Hans developed here. We've got a resident bartender here who's just amazing. He also creates all the music you hear at ChefSteps.
Wait, that's gorgeous. Very
Churchill's
pretty.
breakfast.
Beautiful. Thank you so
Yeah,
much, Grant.
Absolutely.
Cheers, let's have a taste.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
yum.
Oh, that's delightful. Bourbon, coffee, cinnamon, fire. It's all in there. And on that note, we're going to be here all week. You have a ton of stuff planned for us, I think. I'm
Yeah.
really excited. Can't wait to see what's going on. If people want to find out more about ChefSteps, best place to do it is
ChefSteps.com.
beautiful. And they can find out how to make this and other stuff.
Yep, Churchill's breakfast is on the website as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Grant.
Thank you.
We'll be here all week. Stay tuned to Test It. See you guys later. Bye.